Everybody, welcome to this brand new edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. For this weekend, hey, hope y'all had a great, wonderful Thanksgiving. And now Black Friday is coming around, shopping and stuff. Hey, great time to spend with family, friends, and whoever loved ones. So on this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show, we're going to talk about the Raw Report, the SmackDown Report, the Impact Wrestling Report, and Hot Topics. Alright, let's get to the Raw Report. On this week's Raw, Monday Night Raw, it was the post show at the Survivor Series. And many of you know that Survivor Series was held in Houston, where Raw and SmackDown would emanate. On Raw was victorious as you saw the conclusion of Survivor Series. Triple H and Braun Strowman were the sole survivors and won for Raw. After Triple H double crossed Kurt Angle, his GM, his team captain, and went for business for himself. So Stephanie McMahon opened the show and introduced Triple H. Then Kurt Angle came out and warned Triple H that don't you ever do that ever again. If you do that again, I don't care about this job, you can stick it. Jason Jordan came out. He wanted a piece of Triple H, and Triple H kicked him out and put himself in the match for Stephanie's sake. And then Braun Strowman came out after Triple H was trying to play him at Survivor Series. So Triple H got like 3 enemies in one ring. Man, Triple H. Well, Stephanie McMahon informed Braun Strowman and Jason Jordan that, hey, y'all two want to put y'all got too much animosity amongst my husband Triple H. Want y'all to just fight each other. Stephanie made the match. That was gonna be Braun Strowman versus Jason Jordan, 1-on-1. They'll be later on for the night's show match. We kick things off with Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. Like, it was a good match. For the set the tone of the show. I expect a feud between the two after Survivor Series. But the possibility is now that we're talking about hot topics, that with Finn Balor issue and Mr. McMahon's issue with Finn Balor as a potential Royal Rumble title match. We'll get to that later on. Jason Jordan shows his little heel tendencies by telling his dad Kurt Angle that he don't want to go out there and wrestle Braun Strowman. He wanted to be fight, but he wanted to fight Triple H. But Kurt Angle told him nothing he could do about it. And the match still stands, as Stephanie put it. Next, we go to Asuka defeating Dana Brooke in a short little match, under 5 minutes. That was like a quick squash match. Like I said, Dana Brooke and Asuka had a little feud in NXT. The feud coming to Raw, where Dana Brooke was involved in a triple threat match between her, Bayley, and Mickie James, and Bayley won to earn that spot. And they had that little counter where Asuka kicked Dana Brooke's head off. So Asuka, and for the note, Asuka was the sole survivor on the women's team Raw side. And even the SmackDown women are not ready for Asuka. I tell you that. Miz TV was on. His guest was Roman Reigns with the Shield. And Miz talking smack to Roman, talking to the Hounds of Justice as normally Miz would do. And the Shield decided to take matters in their own hands. And by attacking the Miz and his henchmen, except the Miz, who got out high and dry. And well, that led to an Intercontinental Championship match between Miz and Roman Reigns for tonight's main event. So could Roman Reigns become a Grand Slam champion? Because that's the only title that's eluded him, the Intercontinental Championship. But we'll check on that later on. Ambrose with Rollins, the Shield, take on Sheamus. Ambrose won. So, ain't nothing to say. I guess they look forward to getting back their titles, what they lost in controversial fashion. Jason Jordan seeks the advice from Matt Hardy, and Matt Hardy gives him sound advice, saying that tonight is not your night. What that mean? Figure out. Alexa Bliss comes out and belittles Charlotte after she lost at Survivor Series and says Charlotte was lucky, and claims that she's still the women's champion on Raw. And the rest of the women's division stakes their claim to each why they should deserve a title shot And Kurt Angle decided to put all 4 of the women, Sasha, Bayley, Alicia, and Mickey, in a match to determine the next contender for the championship. And all of a sudden, Paige comes out, interrupts, and she's not alone. Paige is not alone. Paige brings along new friends. She brings along Sonya Deville and the beautiful Mandy Rose to attack Sasha, to attack everybody except Alicia Fox, who had the smart sense enough to get the hell out of the ring. They just started beating them to death, and then after break, the 3 women approach Renee Young, and Renee Young asks them what they're doing here. Then Alexa Bliss, the women's champion, felt compelled to welcome them to Raw, and they start beating her down. So who knows what's going to be happening with Paige and her misfits. Right. Enzo Amore celebrates with his boys and the rest of the Cruiserweight division over his win in Survivor Series. And it's kind of leaning like Enzo might go against Cedric Alexander or Rich Swann for the Cruiserweight Championship. That's next in line. So who knows? They had down 205 Live as a further footnote. Braun Strowman versus Jason Jordan ended in a no contest. The Monster Among Men got destroyed by the Big Red Machine. At the Big Red Machine was trying to get retribution after Braun had power slammed him through the ring. Kane won't forget that. Elias and Matt Hardy had a quick brawl, and Elias had left the building. And finally, on the Raw Report, the main event, Roman Reigns versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship, and Roman Reigns won and is indeed a Grand Slam champion. Roman Reigns did it on his own. So he is the second man in the Shield that became a Grand Slam champion. The only now is Seth Rollins. He has to win the Intercontinental Championship to become a Grand Slam champion. So that ends the Raw Ring Report. Let's go to the SmackDown Ring Report. Alright, on the SmackDown Ring Report, Shane McMahon opened the show and felt a little bit, took a brave face and say SmackDown got defeated by Raw, but he blamed the loss on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, who interfered, which I said on the show for weeks and weeks that he was going to do that. He demands them to come out, and they do. They complain to Shane about not getting opportunities here on SmackDown. And Shane was going to fire them till Daniel Bryan came out and suggested that they be put in a tag team match against the New Day, but in special stipulations in a lumberjack match. And that was later on the night. Shane agreed to it. First match was Shelton Benjamin versus Jey Uso. Shelton Benjamin win, gives his team momentum, and down the road they might get a tag team title shot at the next event, the final pay-per-view, Clash of the Champions. So look out for that. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are looking for allies in their corner. They first meet up with Baron Corbin, and he said, what's it for him? And he says no. And they look for Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode says no. And Bobby Roode told them that that was the reason why they lost the Survivor Series. So, well, and then you go to Naomi, who's getting her makeup done, and she gets attacked by fellow NXT wrestlers Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, and Liv Morgan out of nowhere. Becky Lynch tried to make the save, but got beat down for her troubles, got slammed with a door. So I guess they ran her off. And we'll talk about what she's going to be doing with The Miz, and Miz got rolled off TV too, a few in the Hall of Famer. The Bludgeon Brothers re-debuted where they was known as the Wyatt family, Luke and Harper and Rowan. And they went against the Hype Bros in a Battle of the Bros, what I call them, in a quick squash match for the Bludgeon Brothers. They may have to reconsider and break up the Hype Bros, but they did look tease on the after show, if you watch with the little online exclusives, that it's trouble in paradise with the Hype Bros. So, hey. AJ Styles, the WWE Champion, received praise from Paul Heyman for his courageous battle against fellow Universal Champion Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. AJ was hurt, but he kept on taking a beating, and he fought. Jinder Mahal appears on the screen. and says he will get his rematch at Clash of the Champions. And Mahal says his hitchman to attack Styles, but Styles had kept tried to keep him off track. But AJ made a comeback, and AJ made a comeback in the best way you can. This week on SmackDown, AJ will take on in a 2-on-1 handicap match just Mahal's henchman against him, because he had a 1-on-1, then he had Mahal, and then now it comes to this. Alright, only the Zayn are still looking for recruiters to find people to side with them. They go to the locker room and ask Rusev. Well, Rusev want to be a part of the team along with Eddie English. Rusev said if they're interested, they'll let them know. So it's a yay or nay. Alright. Charlotte Flair defends her SmackDown Women's Championship against Natalya, and it ended on no contest with the returns of Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan, who attacked Naomi and Becky Lynch. They attacked it. Natalya and Charlotte left them laying. It's like every week you can't get no better than what it is. Man. Next, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defeated the New Day in an all-star, all-stack lumberjack match. So, Sami Zayn got beat for his trouble. He like the Buddy Roberts group, just like getting beat up on the New Day and the lumberjacks beating him up. Sami Zayn, it's like, but Kevin Owens just left his bucket high and dry until he met up with Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan told Kevin Owens, "You got a match against Randy Orton next week on SmackDown." So that ends the SmackDown Ring Report. When we return to the Pro Wrestling Show, we're gonna have the Impact Ring Report and Hot Topics. Stay tuned. Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host Kendrick Dix for this weekend Pro Wrestling Show post Thanksgiving, Black Friday, whatever you want to call it, Black Saturday. The holiday season is here. Alright, use the hashtag Pro Wrestling Show just to, hey, you got any comments or questions about wrestling, because we like wrestling too on this show. Alright, let's get to Hot Topics. On Hot Topics this week, now many of you know the WWE legend Kamala. Yeah, everybody know Kamala with the mask and stuff. Well, Kamala was hospitalized this week due to complications of diabetes, and we want to say good news that Kamala is fully recovering. He's getting stronger, and that's good, and our thoughts and prayers are with Kamala. Kamala had gone through a lot, even losing his leg and became an amputee. Alright, WWE's in reports to do a talk show on Facebook Live weekly. What they would say about, will it affect 205 Live? Who knows? Hey, are they gonna move 205 Live up before SmackDown? Who knows? But hey, it's kind of like 205 Live ratings are declining, and the network's not getting as much progress as it did, so they're trying to figure out how to balance that. Alright. The Miz, Becky Lynch, and WWE Hall of Fame Shawn Michaels will star in the Marine. Filming begins this Monday throughout the certain foreseen future. So good luck that they wrote the Miz off. That's in the chairman. They wrote Becky Lynch off getting attacked, and Shawn Michaels he's here. He's here to do something. So who knows? There's WWE announced a pay-per-view schedule, and they're going to add a fifth dual brand celebration. So it's going to still be the big four, but you can consider Money in the Bank one of the big five. this concept where you climb a ladder, you grab the briefcase, and you cash in whatever you can within a 1 year's time. It's innovative. So it kind of works for both shows. You got one for Raw, the Raw winner, and the SmackDown winner. So, and then now you got the women's winner. You have a women's winner, and then you have one in a brand match where whoever wins for that brand. And then you have two matches either for women or men. So it works. So it works indeed. Let's see. I think that's it for the hot topics. Alright, let's go to the Impact Ring Report. On the Impact Ring Report, alright, JB and Josh starts the show talking about Thanksgiving, tells about turkey suits. So this is going to be eventually, it's going to be an Impact turkey suit match, but they're going to call it the Eli Drake's Turkey Trot match, whatever. 10 person tag team match. So they go back classic moments where Rhino, Alex Shelley, Daivari, Alex Shelley with that suit, Robbie E, Eric Young, and what's his name, Robbie T, Rob Terry put on the suit 2011. Last year's where Grado done on the suit against Robbie E. Stuff like that. Like they were showing classic moments. Then they were showing Eli Drake, Rob Irwin, Chris Adonis, and everybody else. JB hosting the festivities. Ms. Kenzie McGinnis show interviewing the participants. So the participants were Chris Adonis was the team captain. He was last to know. Caleb Conley, KM, Phantasma, and a little hot mess, Laura Van Ness. Laura Van Ness looks so. She got something about her that stands out. So that's what I like about Laura Van Ness. Eddie Edwards was the team captain on the good side. Richard Justice, the standby wrestler, which is the most acidine thing they ever heard about. Gonzo Jr., Father Bob, and the Love Boy and Dora Alley. So it was like a 5-person intergender match. And the bad team lost as I think Eddie Edwards pinned Chris Adonis, and Chris Adonis was kind of hesitant. He didn't want to do it, and he was just like, man, I got to put this red suit on. And you know what? Either if he was gonna put it on, or either champion Eli Drake was gonna put it on, because he was contractually obligated. And Chris Adonis put on the turkey suit, and that ended Thanksgiving with Chris Adonis wearing a turkey suit and being added on that illustrious list. Also, next week, LAX returns. The grudge match, Alberto El Patron versus Johnny Impact. They're gonna have that grudge match. They're gonna sell it in the ring, and then the tournament for the Knockouts Championship begins. So Laura Van Ness, Alley, Madison Rain, a list of women are in this match. So it ends the Impact Ring Report. Alright, that does it for the Pro Wrestling Show. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving and we get back to normal. And I hope to see you next week.